Hi, this is James, one of the PennyBooks co-founders. This is a quick video to show you how to run a balance sheet report in Xero.
So this is a really useful report if you want to see your assets, so say your bank balances or your receivable position from your customers, or actually your liabilities, so what you might owe your vendors. And yeah, so this is a report that we run at a certain date. So we'll run it at the end of March, the end of April. Okay, so yeah, at the moment we're in the dashboard view, we're in the demo company. So we're going to go to accounting reports. And again, this is the same area in Xero where all the reporting functionality is. That's where you're going to find it. So the balance sheet report sits in the financial statements section. We've started it. It's one of our favorites. I recommend you do that because it's probably one of the more useful reports in Xero. So we'll click in. Okay, so you'll need to do the same few bits and pieces that you always do to run a report in Xero. So the first one is set your dates. So again, unlike the P&L, which we look at for a date range, so you'd run a P&L for a month or for a quarter or for a year. We're just picking one date for the balance sheet. It's when we're looking at the balances as at that date. So we're going to say end of last month, 30th of April. Again, it always gives you the option to compare against previous months. So we'll bring in a couple of months to compare against. I always recommend doing this because, if you run the report and if you're just going to spin down quickly and try and look at variances, it's always good to have a few previous months to compare against. Then hopefully, if anything looks strange or doesn't look right, it should sort of pop out at you. So once we've fixed those, we're going to click update, and that's going to run the report. So it's the classic balance sheet setup. You've got fixed assets at the top. You then got current assets, so bank balances, accounts receivable. You've then got current creditors, so accounts payable, any sort of VAT or tax that you owed. And then at the bottom, your capital and reserves. So the retained earnings, this is key. This is kind of your retained profit in the business. So that's the report. If you wanted to bring this outside of Xero, again, this is pretty similar for all reports, but you've got options down here, bottom right. So you can export to Excel, you can export to Google Sheets, you can export to a PDF format if you wanted to. If you want to, any of these balances that are blue, that means you've got the option to actually click in and see, drill down and see more detail behind that. So I've clicked into that. And again, you can see what makes up that balance. Once you do click in, you're into a separate report. So you're into the account transaction report just for that specific account. And again, we're just looking at it for that 1 month. If you wanted to adjust the date ranges in this report, you could. You could even, while you're in this account transaction report, you could even then look at it for a different account if you wanted to. So we're going to go back. Yeah, if you want to go back, you just click back. And that's it. Yeah, we're back to our balance sheet. I think that's probably all we need to look at. It's a really useful report. It's probably in our sort of top 3 that we run at PennyBooks. But yeah, really good if you're just trying to look at what's my bank balance, how much money am I owed, how much money do I owe.